WRKS Pickens Jackson.
Are you ready? Yes!
Now live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
You
are listening to
Mississippi's #1 sports talk show, The Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Streaming worldwide live on the Out of Bounds radio app and on your radio at ESPN 105.9. The Zone.
Take the points in the Mississippi State-Arizona game. Arizona State, not Arizona, Bo. They did play Arizona back-to-back year. But they're playing Arizona State now, trying to go through what was the Pac-12. Now this crazy team is in the Big 12. Doesn't make any sense to me. It really got weird when I was searching for scores over the weekend. And you realize that when you drop down the Pac-12's not there. Where's the Pac-12? It's gone. But I would take the point, 6.5 right now on Caesars. I'll have to check out the Pearl River Resort line when I get there later this afternoon. We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Good morning. Welcome in. Ole Miss will host Middle Tennessee. I got them by 50 or 60. That's a 3:15 kick in Oxford. And I do not understand the rankings in college football. But, I mean, also, the media, goodness gracious. I mean, you think I'm hanging out in a press box? How did Ole Miss – what? Ole Miss is behind, let's see, Texas – Bama and Notre Dame. Oh, it was Brett McMurphy that had his, and McMurphy had Ole Miss.
Of course.
Down, and I was like, Brett, what are we doing? I mean, Brett's really funny on Twitter. But dude, don't get cute. Just whatever. I mean, I told you I ranked 2 teams. Georgia's 1, Bama's 2. Everybody else is gonna have to show me. The second group is a bunch of Notre Dame, Ole Miss, Texas.
Great group.
Oh, heck yeah.
Wonderful
Ohio
group.
State. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Because I'm not going to add too many teams that can actually do something this year. LSU's going to be good. The problem is you don't want to play a tough game week 1. Right? You just don't.
Do we have any bona fide proof that it helps you? Does it help in the end?
All right, here's Brett's AP poll.
Oh, boy.
Brett McMurphy's got Ole Miss 10th.
Golly.
So he has Penn State.
What an idiot.
Look, I understand. I'm okay if you want to put – I don't know if they're better. I don't think they're better. I think on a neutral field, we could probably have some pretty good games. But if you want to put Miami and Notre Dame ahead of Ole Miss because they actually played somebody week 1, okay. Miami had to go to Florida, Power 5 game on the road, they won. Notre Dame had to go to Texas A&M, Power 5 game on the road, they won. All these other teams, Georgia and Bama and Ole Miss and, Texas, and they didn't play anybody. But how do you put Penn State ahead of Ole Miss? And Southern Cal did get a good win. If you made me put a team at number 3, I'd put Notre Dame. And y'all know that I don't give Notre Dame any credit. But they went on the road to A&M and won. Yeah. That's more impressive than you hosting a D2, D3 team and winning by 50 or 60. That means nothing to me. I mean, that's great that Mississippi State beat Eastern Kentucky and Ole Miss beat Furman and Alabama beat whoever in the Western Kentucky and Georgia played, Chattanooga State, whatever. But, they played Clemson.
Yeah.
But let me think of it. Auburn.
Right.
Auburn played Chattanooga State. All right. East Chattanooga State, Shrimp, Po' Boy Tech. But you didn't get that. None of those games told us anything.
No, even the Georgia Clemson game didn't.
Well, that did because Clemson's really, really good on defense. And Georgia eventually, worked them in the second half.
It solidified what we knew. We knew that line was that good.
Well, Klubnik, the quarterback at Clemson, kind of like DJ Uyunglele. Here's the problem in Clemson. Dabo and them got away from what was working.
Yeah.
They have something called the Atlanta metro area, which is right there. Okay? I mean, Clemson and Atlanta are right there. Okay? It's just right up the road. And they were making hay for years in that area. You can fill out most of your roster from there. Yeah. And they got guys like Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence from the Atlanta metro area. And then they decided to go, and everybody thinks they have to recruit nationally. So then they went out to California, and then they went out here, and they haven't done what they needed to do with DJ and Klubnik. And you've got so many players in Atlanta, in the Atlanta metro area, and you were winning so many battles, they got a little cute. And, of course, he lost his coordinators.
Yeah.
And you haven't had a quarterback to mask your deficiencies, which everybody has. Even Georgia and Bama. But outside of Georgia and Bama, even Notre Dame, Texas, Ole Miss, Ohio State has deficiencies. Now, they are razor thin compared to other teams like Mississippi State and Arkansas and whoever. Okay? But Dabo got cute, and that's what happened.
I did not realize Watson was from Gainesville, Georgia.
Yeah.
I didn't know I forgot Lawrence was in the area as well.
Yes.
Yeah, what happened? Why? I mean, why?
I don't know. I mean, the Atlanta
guy.
metro area is right down the road from Clemson.
And popping.
It's the honey hole of big time high-end 3 stars, high-end 4 stars, and, of course, they produce some 5s. But there are highly rated 3s, low-rated mid, and high-rated 4s left and right that can flat-out ball in the Atlanta metro area.
I guess if you were looking at metro areas in the nation, like if that's a hotbed, give me another couple of hotbeds.
Oh, well, Dallas, Houston, and
where in Florida?
Oh, the Miami-Dade area,
okay,
that 3-county area down in has been since Howard Snellenberger went down there and started winning, and then Jimmy Johnson won, and then Dennis Erickson won, and then Butch Davis won, and then Butch. They all took the NFL money. Jimmy had to go to the NFL, Dennis had to go to the NFL, and Butch had to go to the NFL, which he even let Larry Coker win a national title. That's how much talent they have down in that 3-county area. Don't get me wrong. There's some other pockets: Orlando, Tampa, and Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But as far as the biggest, Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, L.A.
Really? Okay.
And then Ohio produces some serious. And then the Mid-Atlantic region with the boom, if you want to get up into North Carolina, but definitely into Virginia and Maryland and that area, has started to produce some crazy good athletes.
Do you think there's another hotbed that pops up? Is that the hotbed that will pop up?
Yeah. Well, so if you're looking for a new hotbed,
Yeah.
well, if there is a new hotbed, Louisiana's crazy.
Yeah, the whole state
for who they are. Yeah, the whole state from the north to the south. I mean, we do well, but Louisiana's just insane. Now, granted, they've got 1.5 million more people. I guess maybe keep an eye on Nashville in the metro area as it continues to boom, because it did not produce players for years, but now has as of late. And that could be an area that you want to kind of keep an eye on. Yeah. I think that's...
Yeah, you got your California pocket, your Texas pocket, your Georgia pocket.
Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, L.A.
Boom.
And then, the sunshine states like Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama that are much smaller. And then the 3-county area in Miami. Dang, I think I spilled my coffee.
Well,
we are the Out of Bounds Show. We're brought to you by Kessler Prime and the Renaissance. Let's go with the porterhouse, medium rare, with some jumbo fried shrimp and jumbo bacon wrap shrimp. KesslerPrime.com to make a reservation. Wednesday brought to you by Wings and Stella Artois. When you think of wings, we want you to pair it with an ice cold Stella. Good morning. Welcome in. The Stella Artois caller line is 601-707-3750. We don't take many calls, but Gator Matt was good yesterday talking about his Florida Gators and where they are. I think it's much bigger than Billy Napier and Scott Strickland. Because why have you only had your Florida? Why have you only had two coaches work? Why, as of late, post Spurrier, Zook, Muschamp, McElwain, Mullen, and Napier didn't work? Why? I've asked people. I called Chris Doring Sunday. I mean, former Gator great under Spurrier, All-American, 9 years in the NFL. We talked for 15 minutes. I kept asking him. He was like, he's so close to it too. And by the way, I have mad respect for him. But he's even trying to. There's just some things you can't. There's no answer. I don't know. Because what we remember is the high flying act of Spurrier,
right,
and Urban Meyer beating people's you know what,
right.
Well, Ron Zook didn't. First of all the coaches pre-Spurrier didn't do it. Ron Zook didn't do it. Will Muschamp didn't do it. McElwain didn't do it. Dan Mullen did for 80+% of his tenure, and they ran him. It wasn't Strickland's idea. It was some others. They ran him probably too early. And now Napier was 40-11 at La Lafayette. So he didn't just get on the plane from South Louisiana and forget how to coach.
Right. That's a good point.
You tell me. That makes no sense whatsoever. Dan was unbelievable at Mississippi State and unbelievable the first 3 years at Florida.
Peach and Orange Bowl?
40-12. But Napier's last 2 years, he went 10-1 and 12-1. So you think he just got on the plane from Lafayette, Louisiana, flew to Gainesville, and forgot how to coach? No. He was 22-2 his last 2 years at Louisiana Lafayette. I mean, the year before that at Louisiana, he was 11-3.
Right.
So after getting it right, he went 7-7 his first year. After getting it right, he went 33-5 his last 3 years. So my question would be, what's going on in Gainesville? What's going on at the University of Florida? What's going on at the highest levels?
Whoa. They really weren't winning like that at all before Spurrier.
No.
I mean they had a couple of seasons.
You know, they never won the SEC championship?
Just no way.
I mean, they had been playing football for 70 years in the SEC. So just think of that.
Wow. Okay, I was unaware. That is it's tough. I guess it's the time that I grew up. Obviously, was Urban's heyday.
Yeah,
that's
all
I
you
know.
knew.
That's all I know. I knew Spurrier as the Florida coach. I knew him as the old Florida coach.
Sure.
I knew him as South Carolina coach. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, he was winning big there.
But obviously, I mean, when I looked at the Florida Gators, unfortunately, I held them pretty high. They were powerhouse. I always thought I had no idea.
Well, when you were a kid, all they did was win.
All they did was win
for that 4-year stretch. So all you knew was Tebow and Percy.
It's literally it.
And
Chris Leak.
Yeah, Chris Leak had a great year. He'll never get credit because of the love affair for Tebow, but Leak was amazing that year. Of course, their defense was number 1 or number 2 in the country too. They were great.
Pouncies.
Oh, yeah, the Pouncey twins on the offensive line.
Good, yeah.
One of them went to Pittsburgh.
That's
Steelers.
right. Oh man, they were chock full of folks. I did not expect. I pulled up the list of seasons from Florida's past. Obviously, the amount of 5-5, the amount of 500 seasons is kind of.
They lived there.
It is jarring. You like that?
I love it.
I don't know how in the world.
That's Jackson Meadows for our listeners. I'm your host, Bo Bounds. We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. We're brought to you by Martin's in Livingston. You talking about a great place to watch the games and eat wings and drink Stella? Martin's in Livingston has big TVs everywhere. Beautiful. Hey, will you tell everybody about your? Now you were talking about tofu during the break.
Yeah.
So it's condensed soy milk.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No way. Had no idea.
So you've become. Are you kind of going granola?
Yeah, I have a little granola in me.
You do.
Yeah, I mean, I get granola.
You're kind of a little bit granola. A little bit of Clinton.
Yeah.
You're loving the Northeast Jackson
Big
thing,
time,
which
big.
cracks me up because you were kind of anti that probably
Highly.
growing up.
Very much so anti.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. And you live in Northeast Jackson.
I do.
And you live right by Highball Lanes, which
do.
you're about to become a regular in bowling.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I'm excited about that.
I'm excited for you.
Oh, I've got a squad.
What?
We've got a squad.
You got a bowling squad?
Clinton Kingpins, baby. We'll reunite.
Really?
Oh yeah, we've talked about it. 'Cause, I mean,
The Clinton Kingpins?
that's what we are.
That's got Lebowski written all
doesn't
over
it? It's not bad. We were proud of that name.
If Jason and them have any sense at Highball Lanes, they get a picture of you with the bowling ball and holding
White
a
Russian.
Tito's White Russian.
Just
And then put the White Russian down and then go
Probably-
bowl. Roll.
probably come out with a strike.
Oh,
I mean,
no
I
doubt.
don't see any other way. Those lanes are so nice.
They are.
See, whenever you're bowling, obviously it's just like a lot of home field deal. If you're better at shooting on your own, basketball on your own court. Same thing with rolling that ball, man. Some of those lanes break differently. They got little divots in them from the usage. You got to be able to read them and go.
You do. It's just like reading a putting green.
Kind of so. It shouldn't have any divots in them, but theirs don't.
There's no difference in Xander Schauffele
No.
reading a green
No,
to win a major than you at Highball Lanes in Fondren, which is the
Xander who?
Ritz-Carlton of bowling, lining up the bowling lane
Xander did. I don't even know who that guy is.
with a Tito's White Russian. He won 2 majors this year.
His last name spelled Shuffle.
Yeah, that too.
I like
You
that.
can call him the Shuffle.
I like the Shuffle.
Okay. We'll call him the Shuffle on the show.
I like that.
Xander Schauffele is Shuffle. Now, Justin Waite
Is
with Mac Hike Ford may
He
not
got
like because he likes. You remember he picked him to win the major before
right.
he did.
That's right.
By the way, if you want to sell your car today, he'll come to you. Justin Waite, Mac Hike Ford will drive to your office. If you want to sell your car, he'll drive there, look at it, give you a price. Justin Waite, Mac Hike Ford, I-55 North in Jackson. Let's talk about these veggies before I get into more stuff.
Oh yeah, I need to hear you. I want to know. About
You ate veggies and you weren't real happy about it. There were veggies on a pizza this weekend.
Correct.
And you ate the veggies.
Yeah, peeled. Once I noticed there were mushrooms there, I got this thought in my head, man, of do I need to continue on? It was just that.
But you
little-
did because you were hungry?
Yeah, I powered through. I was starving. I just coated it with Parmesan cheese.
Coated it with Parmesan.
What's bad? I mean, nothing's bad with cheese all over it. I can eat anything. with
You
cheese
can't
on it.
eat enough processed cheese, right?
No. More the better. They
In
say it's
fact, I
healthy.
think you would be a leader in the clubhouse in this area, which is saying something considering our diet. You would be. Do you think you'd be a leader in the clubhouse as far as consuming processed cheese?
It's up there. Between
With
well,
all the fast food you eat,
I was about
you
to
just
say,
said you
it's
slammed a Papa John's pizza that had veggies on it,
Processed.
but you counted that as your veggies intake.
Oh yeah, that doesn't count.
You don't
I,
like mushrooms?
I thought the tomatoes counted in there. No, I don't like this.
God, I love mushrooms. Saute some of them, put them on the side of a little smoked chicken, a little steak off the cast iron.
A portobello? What about those?
Oh, I love a
It took me a
portobello
while.
appetizer
I can kind of come around
from
to that.
Bravo or something. Let's go.
I think it's your fault I actually tried that.
Steve Robertson, 9:30. All right, good morning. Welcome in. We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 1059 The Zone, streaming live on the Out of Bounds radio app and thezone1059.com. Thank goodness football's here. Week 1 in the books, week 2 of college football upon us, and week 1 of NFL starts tomorrow. So we got the Ravens and the Chiefs. We're doing our fantasy draft tonight. Ravens and Chiefs, which you have to be there. I mean, not be there. You have to be on the computer. Because I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be at Pearl River Resort doing other things. And you know you're running the team, Jackson Meadows.
Winning the team.
You're winning. All right, so tomorrow we've got Ravens, Chiefs, and Jackson has Mahomes fatigue. It always happens when teams win. Bama, New England Patriots, whatever. Golden State Warriors. And then Friday night we have the Packers and the Eagles. And then we got all the college football that we have going on. So that's fantastic. Ole Miss will host Middle Tennessee. They'll win by 60. And Mississippi State goes to Arizona State. Now, I think Mississippi State should win, but they're in a transition and a rebuild, so they're going to have to keep their guard up and fight their way out of Tempe, Arizona with the win. That game does not kick off till 9:30 on Saturday night. And 9:30 Saturday night, Mississippi State, Arizona State. Now, the big one that is going to draw a crazy rating this weekend, Texas at Michigan. Talking about two massive monster alumni bases. Texas is now in the SEC. They're going to Ann Arbor. Fox Game Day will be there. And then literally right after it, whether you're watching ESPN or Fox's morning show, it's an 11 a.m. kick on Fox. Texas at Michigan at 11 a.m. So I'm looking forward to that, getting what may be a good game. Texas may blow them out, but there'll be a lot of build-up and hype and so on around that game, right? All right, cool. We are the Out of Bounds 1059 The Zone. We got a special guest in studio. Jason Watkins is one of the owners of The Block, Highball Lanes, the station, the Capri, the Tiki Bar, all the cool stuff they're doing in Fondren. They're a partner on the show. I always describe Highball Lanes as like the Ritz-Carlton of bowling, but it's got a real cool Lebowski factor. So it's very, very nice, but it's also very, very chill and cool. And since Jackson Meadows' favorite movie is The Big Lebowski, and we were talking about Jeff Bridges last week or the week before and what a legend he is.
Legend.
Yeah. And the fact that you love Tito's White Russians.
Yes.
And we're going to have to get you to Highball, and you can have a Tito's White Russian and do a little bowling. But we thought it would be a good time to bring Jason in. He and his partners have done a great job down in Fondren. And Jason Watkins, good morning. Welcome in to the Out of Bounds Show on ESPN 1059 The Zone. How are you?
I'm doing great. Great. I appreciate you having me here. This is a real honor.
Well, all right. So Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
It ties in with bowling. People, it resonates. It's his favorite movie. when you think about highball lanes, tell our listeners what the name of your bowling team is.
Oh yeah, I mean, they just walked right into this morning. So we just came hot off of our bowling league on Tuesday nights, which is the most fun place to be in the metro area. But so my team is we're called the El Dudorinos, which if you are a fan of Big Lebowski, you know that the inside reference that is and the butchering of the Spanish language, of course. But yeah, we are committed. We have tacky sweater jerseys.
They do.
It's amazing. Yeah, and we're not very good.
No, you're not. But I mean,
which is even better.
It's better.
Okay, so when we had a big Patron party at Highball and the Tiki Bar last year in Jason's place, they were also having their bowling league night, and Jason and some of the guys came over, and they had on their tacky sweaters, and they're awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome, and they're airy. They breathe a bit, so it's good.
How long? I mean, do y'all play? How long do y'all bowl? I mean, how long is the season?
The season lasts. It's typically about. It gets blurry on Tuesday nights. I'd say 8 to 10 weeks, depending on depending on the situation. But we bowl every Tuesday night. Just started the league last night again, and it's it's a lot of fun.
It's hot. I mean, it just makes sense. I have to be there because kickball got moved from Tuesdays to Mondays.
Well, this is perfect for you. He's the commissioner of the Northeast Jackson Kickball League, which will probably be a disaster.
Oh, it's big time.
And so they moved that to Monday nights. Yeah. So he may be able to get a team in your highball lanes bowling league.
That's amazing. You're exactly who we want. There.
Oh, that's perfect. That's the exact place I want to be. I've yet to bowl those lanes, and they're beautiful. They just look so nice and pristine. Coming from the other lanes that we have around. There's some tough spots to bowl around.
No comment on that at all.
Yeah. Tough spots to bowl around the metro area.
So they've got a fabulous cool bar.
Yeah.
Place where you can eat, and then the highball lanes is super cool. Let's talk about all this. All right, y'all have evolved into kind of a destination spot. All right, so if somebody's listening right now and they haven't been to highball lanes, how would you describe it?
Oh, well, I mean, we really describe it as being just a kind of a one-stop entertainment destination. I mean, we designed this to be very approachable. It's not a traditional bowling alley. It's meant more to be a hang place.
Yes.
I mean, really heavy emphasis on the bar, great food. But we're connected to the Capri Theater, which we've restored, and it's a working theater now.
I love that.
So the idea is, and you can get in-seat service from the restaurant while you're there. So, fully reclining seats, all the works. But the idea is the place is where you go. We want to be the place where if you got somebody coming in town and you're like, well, we need to go here. You got to see this place. It's something kind of cool in Jackson, a kind of a funky retro neighborhood, and where there's a lot of activity. And so we've just tried to really build that concept.
I like that. Funky retro.
Killing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Fondren.
That's right up your alley.
That's it. That's what we want Fondren to be.
Yeah. All right. So we've got highball lanes. We've got the Capri, which is the movie theater, but it also operates as a couple other things.
Well, we can do a lot with the Capri. I mean,
right.
Being that it's a one-screen theater, it was originally 500 seats. It's 178 now. So you can imagine kind of the layout, the luxury seating, and all that. Very comfortable deal, but we love it for corporate retreats. Come in there, and you could do a radio show in there. I mean, it'd be amazing. But it works great for some private events like that. We looked at down the road being able to do things like comedy. But we got it could be a good flex space. But right now we've really leaned into classic movies, or even the first runs. Beetlejuice is about to come out.
Okay,
they ran a Air Jordan thing about a
year ago. We have partnered with
awesome.
the Mississippi Film Society, and we do a lot with the Mississippi Film Office because it's local, it's got historic vibe, and it kind of winds up being a place where people like to do a lot of promotional shows, documentaries, things like that. We really think that's part of our role in the community.
I love that. Jason Watkins, Highball Lanes, but it's called The Block.
Yeah, so I mean, we have all these little different entities,
right?
But it needs to kind of have a oneness about it. So we've identified the block because it's a fitting description, and we essentially occupy a block, but we have all kinds of stuff going on there. Any food you'd want, just about, and drinks and entertainment.
Yeah, the bar's amazing. Food's fantastic. I had the blackened shrimp tacos yesterday.
That's great.
And your Thai chili wings also. Your bartender and manager taught me, and I don't usually eat like that at lunch, but I was like, what the hell? I got to try. Menu looks really good. I've got to go back in and get the sliders. I saw the nachos. You got a nice variety.
We really do. I mean, we try to make it, it's not just bar food. I mean, it tries to, it's elevated but it's meant to be a place where you can just go and sit down and eat and enjoy it without even doing anything else.
I know what I love. So do my kids when we go bowling. The quesadilla.
Yes.
I think it's fantastic.
It is. It's heat.
Yeah, this menu would fit you
Perfect for me.
perfectly. All right, Jason Watkins on the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. We're talking about the block in Fondren with highball lanes, with the Capri, with the station, and with the Tiki Bar. Now let's talk about the station.
Absolutely.
So this is your newest concept. It's awesome. It's right beside the Capri and highball. And it's a great bar and restaurant with a green space. Tell our listeners about it.
Yeah, so it is an old gas station, which is next door to the Capri, just north of it. So you can essentially walk across the sidewalk and get there. But we've really tried to integrate it into one big concept, so you can free flow between them. And the station, it's a small little building, and it's built on a hill. So there's really no way of doing a big, really redoing that building into making it something massive. So we just use what we had. So we made it a pizza focused little joint. So it's very approachable. We have a lot of outdoor space in the front initially where you can just kind of integrate with the community, be right by State Street, see what's happening. And we opened that basically a year ago now.
Okay.
And it's been very successful. We've got the garage doors in the front. You can pull up for that whole vibe.
It's covered in the front too.
Vibe.
So he's going to get to the back part, but the front part's got a great feel and vibe, and it's covered, and you can eat out there and have a couple of beers and hang out.
Yeah, right next to Pig and Pint. So it kind of has that whole sort of, they just kind of play off each other. We're not involved in Pig and Pint, but completely support it, and they did a great job. But then recently, I'm sure you're aware, we're in the middle of a garage construction project,
Right.
kind of a different entity, and we've been working with various groups to do that. But it is nearly complete. It's a 500-car garage directly behind those buildings. So that will be done. It'll be complete November 1, basically. It's when we look for you to be able to park in there. So, we're still kind of working out some details. You never know, it could happen, but we don't. It's going to be 5 floors, and we've got 4 built already. So we're almost there. But as part of that project, it really opened up a green space area for us between this garage area and the back of the station, which was just going to be kind of a hill for nothing. It used to be people would kind of park there in an old dirt lot, and we got with some designers and started spitballing what we could do, and decided to make it a green space with
Smart.
And it just kind of terraces down off that back deck off the station, and we built booth seating out there, and then wound up, well, why stop there? And so we built a little stage at the front, and then we said, well, why stop there? And so we put a 28-foot wide video wall.
How about that?
So it is movie screen size, high def TV screen, essentially.
It is nice.
So you can, so the yard has become sort of accidentally a total hang space for.
Isn't that cool? Organically?
That's what's so neat about it. Some of the other stuff has been planned so immaculately, and this just sort of kind of happened.
Yeah.
But it's a fantastic place to just sit out there and watch a game. I mean, I can't imagine a better setting to watch an NFL game than that, or a college game.
Have a cocktail, have a beer, watch a game. Y'all do some music.
Yep. So
like that.
so other things we do out there. I mean, we're heavily focused on sports. Obviously,
Sure.
This is the place to be for and the time for it. But like weekend before last on Friday night, we showed The Goonies, just a free movie. Come out, bring your family. Kind of counter programming to high school football, so you get the young families to come in and just movie on the lawn. And then we've had about 3 concerts out there with 600-700 people. So I mean, great Mustache, the band. Those guys are great. I mean,
you got a big one coming
Kurt
up.
Vile.
Those
we've had some
dudes
really good acts out there.
Yeah, that's great. Jason Watkins talking about the block and everything they have going on between Highball Lanes, the Capri, the station, the green space in front and back, and a new 500-car parking lot that will be available open November 1.
Correct.
So they'll get 3 months of, right around there, 3 months of football season plus the Christmas holiday season with the parking garage right behind the block. And, I mean, it's a great spot.
Yeah.
Cool play. Old guys like me can hang out and have fun, and then my kids can go and have a good time. That's when you've created a pretty cool concept or concepts.
Typically not at the same time, but yes.
That's true. I'm usually leaving when they're getting there, but I'm okay with that.
You start the tab.
That's for damn sure. All right, Jason, thank you so much. Congratulations on everything. We want our listeners to go out, see the block, Highball Lanes, the Capri, the station, the Tiki Bar, and they're doing lunch, dinner, bowling, pizza, and everything else, all at the block in Fondren. Yeah. Jason, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
We'll talk soon.
All right.
Jason Watkins, one of the owners of the block in Fondren, and that is, again, Highball Lanes, the Tiki Bar, and the Capri, and the station right there in Fondren. You're listening Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. We appreciate Jason hanging out with us. It's a great place to go. I think Jackson Meadows is now in the bowling league.
Yeah, I think I'll probably be ready by noon.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be able to assemble this one quickly. We're there to win.
I need you to be able to play kickball on Monday and still do the show on Tuesday.
Yes. We can do that.
Bowl on Tuesday at Highball Lanes and still produce the show on Wednesday. Is that possible?
The tougher spot will be the Wednesday. The kickball, even though it's a little more rambunctious, I believe. Somebody's got to be the adult out there.
That's right.
It might as well be the commissioner.
May as well be you.
Somebody's got to do it.
Can you believe that you're organizing how many teams are you going to have in this Northeast Jackson Kickball League?
We are parked at 19 currently.
Do you want more?
I think I'm going to take one more team. I think that's all I can handle. It's a lot of stuff going on.
Okay.
Plus, we got 5 fields out there, so it's perfect because we got all of them rented out for 2 hours every Monday. So yeah, one more.
10 teams and 10 teams.
Be perfect.
Okay.
So we're hoping to have 2 divisions. We're gonna have an all-star game. Be like the Pro Bowl. Yeah, essentially the same thing. We'll give. You're
gonna have an all-star game with the Northeast Jackson Kickball League.
We're gonna have an all-star game between the 2 divisions, and we're gonna play it right before we play the championship game. That way, we get everyone out there for the championship.
That is awesome.
I want everyone out there. It needs to be a spectacle. We want to come out there and hang out. And if
it needs
to
be an event.
An event. And the hope is that they'll stick around after the All-Star game because, we'll pick, you have multiple people from different teams, and they'll bring whoever they want to bring with them. It'll be a few of them. And then we'll have a good little crowd for the championship game, which will follow afterwards.
Okay. If you get a food truck out there,
ooh,
it's on.
It is. And but the question is, do I do a food truck night? Like, because getting one weekly I don't know if it's a tough deal or not. I've never had to deal with a food truck.
I don't know if I'd do one weekly.
I don't think so either. I think we set
That's
up
too
night.
Much.
Right. And plus, having a lot of them want a guarantee of,
X amount. You got to kind of feel everybody out.
Sure. And
I do think your age group of kickball will, between the first and second games and playing, that people want to get a smash burger, whatever it is this food truck is offering, chicken on a stick, the fun things that you get, a taco.
Right.
But I don't think you need it every week.
No, I think we'll have like make it an event as well. This is the.
How long is it?
10 weeks.
So one of the weeks will be the week of Halloween.
Correct.
So even though it's Halloween's on a Thursday, You can still do a Halloween theme on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Everyone will be.
I'd do the food truck then.
That's a good call. Yeah, that's a very good call.
And it'll be October 28th
Yeah.
is a Monday. Weather should be good.
Ooh,
Get Burgers Blues Barbecue to come out.
I love that. Yeah,
B3?
that's the move because I mean obviously everything on that menu is going to sell very well.
Well,
there.
they'll sling tacos and burgers.
Oh man, they'll crush it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's the move.
How about that?
I love it. That's game planning on the fly.
Yeah. Well, that's
Man.
what we do.
I mean, help the people.
Now, are you good? Do you know what, as far as the kickball order, what order you'll kick in? Do you know which number you'll be?
I'll probably
roughly.
I'll probably hunker down around. It might be clean-up-ish.
Okay.
It'll probably be 4 or 5. It depends on if we start a girl up there or not. You know, you got to have a strategy: girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy.
Oh, gotcha.
Can't go back to back. So depends on if we start a girl. Well,
how many females do you have on your team?
Oh, we have more females than males somehow. I don't know how.
That doesn't surprise me with you.
Yeah, same. Thankfully,
How many players are on the team?
we got about 15 right now.
Is that too many? Sounds like it.
Depends. You got 10 in the field at all. It's not baseball. You got 10 out there now.
But only 10 can bat or kick.
You kick everyone. So
I
everybody-
don't. That may not play well. Like
It gets
I would think less is better.
Yeah, it depends on if you want to win or have fun or both. If both, you split the middle. Win, you go on the lower side. Have fun, you go on the higher side. You're bound to get some people who aren't any good.
Okay.
We've honed it in though. We were the founders of the league back in the 90s, so
Okay.
my team was. So we'll.
Oh, do you have like a person that's been playing that long? How old are they? Got to be my age.
She's around. She's mid-40s, I believe. Yeah, she's great. Runs.
So she's been playing since she was 20 years old or so.
Yes, she has been playing quite a while.
Damn.
And it's awesome. I mean, yeah, it's great. I'm glad she stuck it out. There are a few people out there who've actually stuck out that whole ride.
Wow.
There are multiple people who've played kickball in this league for at least 15 years plus. Probably about 5 or 6 of them, actually. It's pretty crazy. A long time.
And Emma Bond's going to be out there?
She is.
Okay.
She is. She's in for a rude awakening.
Uh-oh.
I can't let it slide.
The
man.
rivalry has started.
I can't let her slide.
What's the name of your team?
Currently, To Kick a Mockingbird.
Okay. And we'll have to see what her team is.
Red, white, and bruise.
Red, white, and bruise. She said that on the air.
BREWS.
Red, white, and bruise.
They have the beautiful.
Brought to you by Key City.
Nice.
Okay. Key City, Mississippi Queen. Red, white, and bruise. Brought
Nice.
to you by Key City out of Vicksburg, Mississippi. And their great beer.
May have to make a Key. Yeah, you know what? I'll probably have to have a Key City night out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I need
We can
one.
get the crew to do that.
Pack a little.
Jack
cooler.
will be happy to do that.
He's the type of guy I'd expect to play in this league.
It's right up his alley.
Is it not?
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to hit.
Yeah, now I think about it, Jack Bourgeois with Key City Beer out of Vicksburg has to play in this league.
We need to reach out to him. I got room for one team, and I'll take Jack.
Okay.
I may have to make that happen because that's hand in hand with a brewery, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it feels right.
The Key City Beer dudes, something. They'll figure it out.
Oh, dude, yeah,
Red, white, and bruise
Love that.
is Emma.
yeah, they killed it.
All right. Okay, you've got Texas blowing out Michigan this weekend by up to 14 points. Texas at Michigan in Ann Arbor on Fox at 11 a.m. Ole Miss plays at 3:15. They'll host the, I don't know what they are, like the Middle Tennessee Moccasins or something? Middle Tennessee Racers? Shockers? Something like that. The Out of Bounds Show is brought to you by Ag Up Equipment. That's where you go to get your next John Deere tractor for
Blue
your
Raiders.
farmland. Yeah, I knew that.
That was
I just
good.
couldn't come up with it. The agup.com text line is 601-885-3776. Don't forget, if you want an amazing bowling experience, you want to go to Highball Lanes in Fondren and then go grab you a pizza at the station in Fondren.